welcome to Wednesday.
Howdy, folks.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
How we doing? Doesn't look good compared if you're looking at your background.
Well, that's. I think we are living in the days of the coming apocalypse, and so I'm
Preparing.
That's why I'm going to sit for the rest of eternity.
I'll stay in my little studio here. At least it looks friendly.
And judging by the way my life goes, I'm going to be sitting there for all of eternity once I'm long gone.
You might be feeling the hotter part of those embers there.
I think so. Yeah. I try really hard to be a good person, but for some reason my phone won't let me.
Well, you can always put the phone down.
I do at night, and it's for some reason it goes to weird websites I've never heard of before, and now I'm going to hell. I'm pretty sure.
What's funny is I say all this stuff, but I am the biggest antagonist because at times that I know you're already asleep, like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, that's when I start sending you shit. Just knowing that you wake up to it. You wake up and look at it and say, oh, fuck Kamala. Fuck this guy. Fuck that guy.
And so does Bob, actually. And then a guest decided to cancel last night at 3 o'clock in the morning and send me an email saying I'm canceling. Okay.
You should have been ready for that. What's wrong with you?
I should have. And then, of course, the porn gets in the way of stuff.
Look, porn gets in the way of nothing. Let's not lie about any of it.
When is the studio open? Are we going to go to Billy's studio and do a show there?
You know what? Billy called me today, but I was asleep when he called, so I need to call him back. It's coming. It's coming here very shortly. So,
because I have to go out there and punch him in the face.
Why?
Because he posted a picture the other day of his wife, and I don't normally talk about other men's wives because I think that's kind of rude.
Yeah.
But I saw the picture. I was like, holy shit. Why didn't I pick up a guitar? Not that I'm not happy. Look, my wife is absolutely gorgeous. I'm very happy, and I did very well for myself. But I'm sitting there going, there's no way that guy would get that girl if he didn't play guitar.
Dude, you know what the funny part is? I know exactly what picture you're talking about without you even telling me. It was the picture of him and her walking into the fucking, or posing right outside of the whiskey.
It might be, yeah.
With her in the real skin-tight dress?
Yeah.
Yep. I know exactly.
If that guy didn't play guitar, there's no way in hell he's picking up that girl.
Because I saw the same picture and I thought the same thing. I was like, that's that fucking son of a bitch lottery winner.
Yeah. My parents were dumb. They handed me a book and said, here you go, read, instead of handing me a guitar saying, here you go, play.
I'm assuming it's this photo right here.
That would be the one.
Of course it is.
Yeah, that would be the one. Good for you, Billy. Way to play guitar.
Son of a bitch lottery winner. Plus, she does all the crappy shit that no guy wants to do around their house. She does all the repair work and shit.
I know. It's she does all that stuff.
Plus, she has a business that's worth $1 million or more. You know, Billy just sits around playing guitar.
Trump crotch rot.
Ah.
Welcome. That must be who I got into an argument with today on social media.
We need a theme song for that. Seth fighting on social. Do we need to pull up the Sona or whatever? Seth's in fighting on socials again.
Yeah, we should create a new song on that. So today it was our good friend.
Who?
Good old Mike Jaselka.
Oh, you were fighting with Mike?
You know, the guy that tries to bring everybody together.
That's why I find this hard to believe. He's the great uniter, as far as I knew. So
Mike posts on Facebook today on WNIR, the Talk of Akron.
Uh-huh.
Now, this is the Talk of Akron website on Facebook, and is a conservative site.
Right.
So, I mean, that's basically all it is conservative talk on WNIR, the Talk of Akron Facebook page. So he posts, and his spiritual, mental, political, or character defect is what? And he posts a video of Trump's former VP saying he will not vote for Trump in 2024. So Mike Pence will not vote for
Gee, the turncoat won't vote for Trump. Imagine that.
Imagine that. Yes. And so Mike posts, he's getting really, good with TikTok, right?
Chiselka is?
Well, no. I mean, but he does actually pull videos from TikTok and post them.
Okay.
They don't look good,
Okay.
but they're nonetheless, he posts them.
Okay.
And so my response to him was, because this was posted 20 hours ago.
Okay.
There were 0 likes, 0 comments, 0 reactions at all to his post.
Okay.
So nothing. Nobody's interacting at all until I decided to. And I said to him, I gotta get all the comments here. Now there's 4 comments. The 4 comments are me and Mike. I said, does it make you sad that I am the only one that responds to your ridiculous posts? But you keep bringing everyone together, Mike. That's your motto. You are the exact opposite of everything you preach. Right?
Yeah, okay.
Which I think is pretty self-explanatory.
Sure.
So he responds, no, Seth, I am not. Everyone else is stuck in either or. Love it or screw you, loggerhead. I don't know what that means.
Loggerhead.
Love it or screw you, loggerhead. We need to coalesce on the other side, beyond both sides of this ridiculous loggerhead. And it's only possible when both sides want change.
Yeah.
Everyone on your side does what they do, going back to threatening you for tolerating me. Everyone spews the same infantile, I don't know what that word is, when I invite an admission that he is a con. I have never, ever defended diametrically opposed stand. I mean, he's talking gibberish at this point. I espouse because I see through him. Take an honest look around. Did you ask AI to organize your pictures that are saved to your phone? Have you familiar yourself with what Apple is rolling out in September? Have you ever heard of the Yangshan Deepwater Port? Sad thing is, we could have been making history this whole time.
Oh.
Not that we are still friends. You are a good man. I like and respect you and your family. Now, that was very nice. And I responded back with, hey, look, Mike, I like you too. You alienate half the country by your hatred for one man. You never say or post anything about the other side. You wait for people like me to confront, and then you say that I am wrong. When I look at your posts, I don't see anything that talks about the left or some of their crazy views. It is a constant attack on Trump. That is all. I still consider you a friend, but there was no history to be made if it was nothing but a back and forth of hate. And then I invited him to come on the show today and explain how you feel. And then I added in, but your narrow-minded hatred overshadows your argument of we all need to come together. And then he responds with, you need to come see my show.
Ooh, well, there you go.
Okay. If I wanted comedy, I wouldn't have had him on the show to begin with. Look, I just saw the fact that nobody had responded to his ridiculous post. Look, I like him as a person, but he literally does nothing but just bash Trump. You can't have a motto of we're going to bring everybody together, and then you have no other side. Nothing.
Well, yeah, you can.
How?
Just because just voting for Trump is wrong, dude. You just have to start from the place of seeing it my way.
Right.
And then you can unite everybody else to see it my way.
I guess we
Don't you know?
We could all be united if we all just said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll hate Trump and I'll agree with Mike. Now we're all together and everything is just fine.
Well, dude, I just think I think, and it's funny you bring this up because this is a perfect segue into what I wanted to start the show with tonight. I think maybe what you need is a fresh perspective on becoming a Kamala Harris supporter?
Wait, hang on. I got to respond to Matthew real quick, and then we will do that. Hang on,
Okay.
Matthew. A lot of people who worked with Trump won't endorse or vote for him. Unprecedented amount. Okay, you realize 92% of Kamala Harris's staff quit and said that they hated her? So don't give me that shit, Matthew. All right, go ahead.
I just think I'm going to ask you, I'm going to pull a mic here. And I'm going to pull the mic for the entire audience, not just you. I'm going to show you some video that's going to convince you that Kamala is the answer.
Okay, I mean,
are you ready for this? I've got 4 examples.
I have an open mind. Okay, despite some people, I have an open mind. Despite Matthew, I have an open mind.
I have 4 solid examples
of why I should vote for Kamala.
Of why you should.
Okay.
Of her and her, those that have allegiance to her, portraying her as the person that you should vote for.
Oh, okay, good.
I think this is going to be, and I'll start with Kamala herself. You know how there's that rumor out there that she never has any policy that's out there or anything?
Yeah.
You've heard that rumor, right?
I have heard that rumor, yes.
That is a falsehood.
Okay.
Here is Kamala with some very distinct policy.
Policy. Okay, I'm interested.
Policy.
Ready for it.
So here she is laying down some very distinct policy for you.
All right.
Because when we think about the strength of our democracy, I think that there's a duality to the nature of democracy. When it's intact, it's so strong in terms of what it does to uphold and protect individual rights and freedoms. Mm-hmm. So strong in its nature. And is very fragile. It will only be as strong as our willingness to fight for it.
See?
All right. Well, I'm leaning now a little bit more left than I was earlier.
She's got a point, right?
She does. Now, I did hear, too, though, that she wants to now start building the wall again. So she wants to not tax tips, and now she wants to build the wall again. Wait, I need to raise my hand because that's what she was doing in her video. It raised the wall.
The wall.
And it's
Turn
this.
the hands in, too, so it's like almost like you're, asking forgiveness.
So she is literally that close to actually saying we're going to make America great again.
She's almost
she now
there.
Wants to build a wall. Okay. What else you got?
Well, we'll stay on the Kamala subject for a minute.
Yeah. Yes.
Because she also seems to know, and I'm surprised you don't know this.
I don't.
But she seems to know exactly where the path to a better America has to go through.
Thank God. Hey, her and Shiselka. Let's hear.
She knows it.
All right.
As she'll share right here in this video. Check this out. She's going to tell you exactly where the path to democracy goes through. Here we go.
Oh, these were 2 separate places.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
In the same day, 2 separate places. But she
Yes.
knows the path that people should take. Ready?
I'm ready.
So good to be back
Oh,
in Michigan.
wait a minute. Let's get to the beginning here.
So good to be back in Michigan. Listen, let me tell you, I am clear. The path to the White House runs right through this state. And listen, I am clear. The path to the White House runs right through this state. I took on perpetrators of all kinds. I took on perpetrators of all kinds. I had a summer job at McDonald's. So hear me when I say, so hear me, Detroit, when I say, I know Donald Trump's type. I know Donald Trump's type. And are we ready to fight for it? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win.
See? And you say she's not on message.
Oh, yes, she definitely is.
She is on message, man.
Man, she's good.
The woman has got her, you say she doesn't have a clear message.
No, she does.
I say she's extremely clear with her message.
Extremely clear. Exactly clear. Everywhere she goes, it's the same message.
No flip-flopping there.
No flip-flopping. It is verbatim the same message.
Yeah. That's the way you do it. See?
I mean, that's pretty fucking talented. I mean, she doesn't even change the tone in her voice. Like, her inflection is the same.
You want to say that again just so that you get the full message?
I need the full message again.
All right, let me give you the full message here.
So good to be back in Michigan. Listen, let me tell you, I am clear. The path to the White House runs right through this state. And listen, I am clear. The path to the White House runs right through this state.
See?
I took on perpetrators of all kinds. I took on perpetrators of all kinds and had a summer job at McDonald's. I had a summer job at McDonald's.
Uh-huh.
So hear me when I say, so hear me, Detroit, when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
Yeah.
I know Donald Trump's type.
Mm-hmm.
And are we ready to fight for it? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win.
Man, that's good.
Just thought you needed to know that, man. See? That is definitely on point. Well,
look, dumbass. It's supposed to at least change the inflection. You could change a word, something.
no.
Sorry,
Why?
Matt. Sorry,
No
man, you're not a
flip-flopping.
dumbass. Matt's not a dumbass. I'm just.
No flip-flopping. Keep the message unified.
Well, the first message was very clear, and so now now she's definitely unified with herself with the exact same message.
That's it. I say I'm trying to make the statement that you should be a Kamala voter. Am I getting you there so far?
You're getting me there, and especially Matthew. She wants to build the wall again. Now, what do you think about that, Matthew? She's the border czar who was supposed to go down there and take care of everything. Oh, by the way, her and Biden could still fix everything if they wanted to right now, but they're not. And she wants to build a wall again. Matthew, come on. Get on board with the Trump plans.
Well, I think you need to get on board with the Kamala plan.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. It is the Kamala plan, all right? What's next?
And if we're going to get you on board,
yes,
clearly not just seeing these speeches of defined message are not enough. So I think I've got to get some celebrities in here to convince you.
Okay.
So let's get this beautiful celebrity, who I'm sure you're a fan of anyway, because she's going to tell you what's what about Donald Trump.
Oh, my God. Hey, wait. Hey, before you play this real quick.
Yes.
I was told that I could get in trouble for pulling somebody's Facebook page up and calling them ugly. Is that true?
Well, if it's public, no. But
I mean, it's a public Facebook page.
Well, and again, as it states on every one of our videos that we have, everything that is ever uttered on this show is just our opinion. And you're allowed to have that opinion. You ain't stating anything as fact. Are you? We're not. We're not newsmakers. We are stating everything as opinion.
This is my opinion. This bitch is a fat pig.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, hang on. Matthew's on board.
All right.
I'm on
Good.
board now. Choo-choo. Tax cuts for billionaires.
There you go.
How about this, Matthew? You know what happens when billionaires get tax cuts? They're able to hire, and they're also able to make their products for cheaper and sell them for cheaper, you dumbass. All right, go ahead.
Language, please. You're not getting on board, Seth.
I'm sorry. The joy and vibes is what I'm supposed to be feeling with the Kamala campaign.
And this happy person right here should be enough. Just seeing her should be enough to lure you in with that happy scowl on her face.
Look at her. Yeah, she's great.
She's got a great message, too.
I'm sure she does.
Listen to this message.
She's a female Chiselka.
Well, yeah. And this message will absolutely convince you that Donald Trump is the devil.
Okay.
Here we go.
Are you watching this moron speak?
Are you?
Can he form a coherent sentence? He is the worst thing that ever happened. Period. And he's just babbling like an incoherent asshole. He's like Dr. Doom. He's the worst thing. Oh, you know what? He just lies.
See?
I am done with Donald Trump.
Oh.
Let's be done with Donald, okay?
All right.
Done with Donald.
See?
That pig makes me want to vote for Donald 5 times.
Done with Donald.
If that pig came out and said fentanyl was bad, I'm shooting up tonight. Whatever that
Hashtag
pig
done
says-
with Donald.
Yeah, whatever that pig says, I'm doing the exact opposite.
First, there's a couple things in that one. First of all, when was she not done with Donald?
Yeah, I was going to say.
She's saying it
How
like
many
she's
years?
making some radical change. She's never been down with Donald.
No.
Ever since The Apprentice.
She's down with Howard now. Howard all of a sudden Stern, changed, and now she's down with him. They're both pigs. She's an absolute pig. And again, anything that she says to do, I'm doing the exact opposite.
All right. Well, I'm with
I
her.
hate to say it. If
Done
she-
with Donald.
If she said, "Don't have sex with other men," I'm going to have sex with you, Chris.
No, they ain't gonna be with me. Look, I'm changing the screen on the bottom. I'm gonna put hashtag done with Donald on there. Done with Donald.
Please don't do that.
I'm putting it right on there. There we go. Save it. And because we're done with Donald here. All right. I got the sense, maybe I'm wrong on this, but I have the sense that I've got you about 80% there into becoming a Kamala voter.
I'm almost there. I really am. I'm
All right.
almost with John Drake and going to become a Kamala fan.
This next guy, regular guy,
Regular guy.
is going to, in 1 minute and 13 seconds, convince you, point blank, that you want to be like him. And I use him loosely because I don't want to judge.
Right.
But you're going to want to be like this person as a person voting for Kamala Harris. And I think this one will put you over the top.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
You said loosely gender, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go.
I am going to sue anybody who is voting red this year.
See that?
Red is not the color to be voting for. Vote blue. If not, you will have a case with me.
See?
And I will win because the Democrats are good at winning. We are going to win in November. So vote blue. Vote blue. Any color but red, vote blue. Anybody who votes red will be getting sued.
See?
Is that understood? I'm telling you right now, do not vote red. Vote blue. Kamala Harris will be your next president. That is right. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you this hard, but she will be your next president. Bye.
Is there any more convincing needed than this?
That's it. I have officially changed my stance. That's the best. The fetal alcohol syndrome vote.
I mean, who
Look,
wants
you see-
this lawsuit from this guy just for voting for Trump?
I'm terrified now that I'm going to get sued. I'm going to get sued for saying this. That's about as retarded as you get right there. And like seriously.
What are you talking about?
The problem is that that's the kind of video that I would see on TikTok, and I'm going to sit there and argue with this fucking tard for like 2 hours. I'm going to be going back and forth. with this
Argue?
guy.
You mean support?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to support him and go back and forth with him. He doesn't even know what the color blue is, dude.
Well,
But he said we can vote for any color. So I'm
except
voting
red.
yellow. I'm
Except
voting
red.
yellow.
Let's hear him again. He another guy. This message is as clear as Kamala's message. Here we go.
I am going to sue anybody who is voting red this year.
That's you, Seth.
Red is not the
Not
color
anymore.
to be voting for. Vote blue. If not, you will have a case with me.
Aha.
And I will win because the Democrats are good at winning. We are going to win in November. So vote blue. Vote blue.
Mm-hmm.
Any color but red, vote blue.
See?
Anybody who votes red will be getting sued. Is that understood?
Got it.
Got it.
I'm telling you right now, do not vote red. Vote blue. Kamala Harris will be your next president. That is right. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you this hard,
That's sorry.
but she will be your next president. Bye.
You're right. Ron, he does sound like Droopy Dog. That is actually the guy who does the voice for Droopy Dog right there.
Must be a big law firm that's preparing 70 to 80 million lawsuits right now.
If there's a lawyer listening, please tell me that I'm not going to get sued if I vote red, because I need some reassurance that I'm going to be all right. I finally own a home. I don't want to lose it. And
Then vote blue.
the government versus red. I don't know
Seth,
what I'm going to do.
vote blue.
What's the,
Vote blue.
did you get this guy's name when you found
No,
this?
I have no idea what his name is. His name is Vote Blue.
Seth, let's use the proper language. Quit being offensive. This person is politically and chromosomally challenged. And Scott is correct here, though. There are thousands of people like him.
There are.
There are people out there that will honestly say that we should be sued for voting for Donald Trump.
You can call in right now, Matt.
Yeah, the link is up there, Matt. You can call in right now.
All you got to do is put that link in your phone browser.
Do it. Join us. Come on, Matt. Look, if there's any other reason to vote for Trump, it's this guy alone or girl or whatever. He, she, Z, Z's, or
Trump? I'm
Because-
sorry. Did you not hear the last 4 videos I played for
I
you?
did, but this guy is who's voting for Kamala Harris. Do you
Right.
need any other reason? Forget her policies. The fact that this fool is going to vote for Kamala is reason enough to vote for Donald Trump.
I am highly distressed that you did not get the message clearly, Seth. This is a clear message. This is a very clear message for anybody to vote Kamala.
Man,
I'm not even going to call her Kamala anymore. It's Kamala.
Kamala as in communism.
I will not reference her as the Kacklin Kameltoe anymore.
Absolutely will at some point, but out exercising right now. One, Chris and I don't identify with that word that you use at the end of your
The
sentence.
exercising word.
So we don't know what that actually means. So you apparently have plenty of time to call in because we don't know what that means.
This guy on screen doesn't identify with rational thought. We don't identify with exercise.
I certainly don't identify as someone who exercises. A public StreamYard link, that ought to be good. Nobody's calling in, though, John.
Everybody's still afraid.
You can call in, John, if you want. You can call in and defend your vote for Kamala.
Maybe that was John. That might be John before he puts a hat on.
I was going to say, it looks like John. In a way, it does.
It does, kind of.
Yep.
Got the same hair.
And the same stash thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same well thought out look.
And the same well thought out speech, too.
Yeah. Same tiara.
Is that a tiara? I can't tell what's on
I
the
think
head.
that's a tiara, isn't
It
it?
might be. It could be.
Or just a hair thing, whatever those are called.
Matt better call in and say vote blue and hang up.
Vote blue.
Look,
I gotta cut that just alone into a clip. Vote blue.
we invite anybody to copy that link, paste it in your browser, and join the show if you want to come on.
Oh, look at this. Fuck you, fatties. Coming from John.
Yeah, he's not exactly a svelte individual there.
I was gonna say. All right, Jack LaLanne.
Yeah. God.
He's closer to Richard Simmons than Jack LaLanne, though.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about
A fruity faggot. Yeah, I said it, John.
You was dog won't vote for Kamala. Shit. Sorry, go ahead.
What type of alcohol was this guy's mom drinking during pregnancy? Johnny Walker Blue. Not red, blue.
Sad part is that guy's probably getting laid, dude, more than us.
No, he's not.
You don't think?
By another dude in the pooper.
I want to get this guy on the show.
Jesus Christ, John. Wow, that's quite the accomplishment. You're more svelte than us fatties. Good for you.
Way to go.
That's fantastic. That's like saying I should only appear on my 500-pound life, not 600-pound life. Shut up, fatso.
So he only needs 3 seats at the Brown Stadium as opposed to our 4.
Right. How long before your cover band is playing all Fat Boys tunes? Shut up! It's no wonder you wanted to play with Blues Traveler last summer. You fit in, fatso.
Poor John, man. Well, I am kind of leaning.
He knows not to come at me because that will not go well.
I know who I'm voting for now, thanks to this guy here.
Vote blue.
I saw a story earlier today. I mean, people have lost their minds. But the problem is, I don't know. Things are turning and then things are not turning.
Okay.
You got Tulsi Gabbard who came out and said that she's going to support Trump now. She was a Democrat.
Okay.
You got RFK Jr., who was obviously who he was, a Democrat, comes from the most Democrat family in the entire world.
Sure.
And saying he's going to support Donald Trump. But then you have Sigourney Weaver, who I guess was told that her character in Aliens reminds people of Kamala Harris and her rise up against, I guess Donald Trump's an alien or something. But
okay,
she cried and felt emotional because she was told that her character reminded people of Kamala Harris and her ability to succeed.
Was that tears of joy or tears of sorrow?
Like, I've seen Aliens 5,000 times, dude. None of them fucking reminds me of Kamala Harris.
Yeah, there's no politicalness in that.
Except for the fucking alien itself, who looks like Kamala Harris.
Well, that's not nice. It might be
That's
racist.
just my opinion. I don't want to get sued.
It might be racist. The alien's black. Kamala says she's black.
That's true.
Sometimes. When she's not working at a call center or something. Yeah, that's an Indian joke, which I'm not supposed to say. You're damn right. I'm done with all these fucking things we're not allowed to say or do. Fuck off.
Wow. Even Joe was going at John, calling him retarded. That's
That's
not
not
politically
wrong.
correct.
He's not wrong, though.
Chromosomally challenged is what. Tulsi Gabbard's hot and voting for Trump, so I'm very happy that she's on board.
Yeah. Who's the other one that showed up in like a bikini or something?
What, the video that I sent you?
No, just another politician chick, and people are all up in arms because she was showing her her ass cheeks or something in a video, like with a Trump bikini on or something.
I don't know, but I'd like to see that
Let
picture.
me find that. X.com. X, my new favorite home. Let's see here.
X videos or X?
Well, X videos is my all-time favorite home. That's when you're looking for good porn. You don't go any further than X videos. You don't go to Pornhub. You don't go to X Hamster. You don't go to RedTube.
Does Pornhub have a lot of viruses?
I don't know. I only go to Pornhub on my iPad, so it doesn't get viruses. But I'm not a big Pornhub guy. They put too much advertising and shit in all their stuff.
John, what's your favorite porn site?
Grinder.
Tee that one up for you.
Politician in bikini. It is, let's see. Paulina Luna.
I don't know who she is, but is she hot?
Well, let's pull her up. Share bikini. Polina Luna. There she is.
She's a Trump fan?
Vote red.
Now, that girl I might actually listen to. That is a
Yeah,
girl, right? I want to make sure we are.
I'm thinking.
I don't care if that was
bulge.
a dude, I'd still vote. I mean, that's
I
a
don't
hot
see any
person.
bulge. I don't see any
I don't
Mike
either.
Obama isms in this one.
No, it could be tucked, but look at that. Yes. If she tells me I am voting for Trump now because of her.
Now, this is one reason that you will vote blue.
Now, if she was telling me to vote for Kamala, I might consider it.
Vote blue.
Hey, you guys taking next week off? I never thought about that. Monday,
yes. Monday, yes. Wednesday, no.
Monday's a holiday, so we're taking Monday off, right?
Yeah, because there's a rumor I may be in Pennsylvania. So.
What do you got to do? You got to go to your
Pinball, PA.
Oh. Everything all right?
Yeah. Just it's a holiday, and a lot of times we get overwhelmed on the holiday. So be over there to lend a helping hand.
So yes, we'll be off on Monday. I didn't even think about that, but thank you for reminding me. But Wednesday we'll be here with the extra content. If you haven't signed up for Minds yet, it's now the new hip thing to do. A lot of people are doing it. Go to Minds, MINDS.com.
And let's be honest, the Minds content is completely off the hook.
I don't understand why. Like, I mean, we could do it.
It's
here,
not on purpose, but it really is weird. It's like we're over here and we're being silly and not holding anything back or, censoring anything. But we get over there and it's just like, oh, look at that fucking slut hole. It's like it just goes crazy.
I think it was Scott or somebody that led us down the road on last Wednesday of the Cleveland Steamer and what dirty, nasty,
the chili dog.
The chili dog and what people do to each other. And so, if you like that kind of stuff, I shouldn't say it. If you don't like that kind of stuff, still pay the $5 and come on over and check it out.
Yeah.
Well, I think you definitely showed me some stuff, though, that is making me lean a little bit more towards the communist Kamala.
Well, we got what, 3 months left?
Yeah.
I'll try to make sure that at least once a week I bring you a couple videos that'll lean you toward Kamala.
68 days until November 5th. 68 days until we actually have the election.
2 months?
2 months.
So I've got roughly 8 opportunities before the election to showcase why you should vote blue.
It's 42 days until early voting starts here in Ohio, October 8th. So you got to start.
I got to work on it.
Getting ready. And that's one thing I'm going to say. I'm going to tell people just start preparing to vote. We cannot wait as Republicans. We cannot wait like we normally do and say, hey, go out on election day. For all we know, there could be another fucking tornado on election day, and you're not going to be able to go out and vote. Prepare now. Prepare emergency routes to get there. Do anything you have to do to get out and vote because we cannot be slacking on this one. We slacked on a couple other issues. And also vote no on issue 1. You have to vote no.
What is issue 1 this time?
Issue 1 is all about gerrymandering and redrawing the districts and everything else. We're going to have Jim Renacci. We'll have Jim Renacci on soon to talk about that. And also another friend of the show will come on and talk about that kind of stuff. But voting no on issue 1. I mean, I am educated slightly more than being stupid on it.
Okay.
And I know it's bad at least for if you are part of the red party or not the blue party. If you are a true Ohioan who believes that this state should stay red, you need to vote no on issue 1.
Okay.
Which is fucked up because we've had all these issue 1s. Issue 1 was this, abortion this, and this, that. And so issue 1 is no this time around.
Why can't they just give them new numbers like they do the hurricanes with new names?
Well, this is a different election cycle, so I mean, I guess it's,
Yeah, but we don't need to start over because we still remember, wasn't issue 1 last year something about gayness?
But we'd be at issue like 1,203,000
so what?
At this point. I mean, you can't say that. It sounds really bad on a commercial. Vote no on issue 1,200,632.
Well, good. Then maybe both sides won't run commercials and we won't have our TV ruined by. Dude, last night I'm watching. What was I watching? Something on Hulu, and they run with. First commercial says, How can you trust Bernie Moreno? Bernie Moreno robbed his employees and never paid them anything. And then the next commercial was like, Ohio's going to hell unless you vote for Bernie Moreno. He paid all his employees twice what they were doing. It's like, what the fuck? Is anybody telling any truth, or is it all just lies?
I'm doing my best, and I think it'll happen to get him on this show.
Bernie Moreno?
Yeah, no, I have talked to him off the air personally, and I mean, I've known him for a while, and I know the story behind that whole bunch of crap that Sherrod Brown is running, and hopefully he'll come on the show and talk about it. If not, he's on Bob's show at least once a week. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to do my best to get him on this show, and we will not swear that day.
Well, it sounds to me like as long as he's not hiring you to clean his house or something, he's a fine politician. Well, that's what I get from stupid ass Sherrod Brown.
But the problem is that the stuff that he did, one, was legal, and that there was nothing illegal that he did, and two, he can explain it all to you. It was a bunch of bullshit. But I mean, I'm going to do my best to get him on.
All right, yeah, I would be interested to hear, just because it's like I don't know what the fuck Sherrod Brown is talking about. I mean, other than Bernie Moreno's a piece of shit, I don't know what he's talking about.
Because
he doesn't. Well, but what I'm saying is, Sherrod Brown has not offered an issue in 450,000 commercials that I've watched. All I've seen from Sherrod Brown is Bernie Moreno. He robs and brings in people from the border to vacuum his floors. It's like, what the fuck?
Because Sherrod Brown hasn't given an issue on anything in how many decades he's been in office. I mean, this guy is a career politician who's a fool. You hear his commercials, and he sounds like he voted with all Republicans. And, we talk about it all the time. The guy's got a rubber stamp that says D on it, that every time something the Democrats do, he just endorses and says that it's fine. I mean, he's a fool. And I mean, the guy doesn't even know how to comb his hair. And so, he sits there and he runs these ads that are all misleading. And for whatever reason, the dumbasses in Ohio continue to vote some of these fools in. I get it. Some of these metropolitan areas, are big Democrat, whatever. Down in Cincinnati, they're a bunch of idiots. Up here in Cleveland, they're a bunch of idiots. And so they continue to vote fools in. They vote fools in like our mayor. I mean, they continue to do it no matter how bad shit gets. Downtown gets lit on fire. People shot all over the place. And you get most of Cleveland going, let's vote in Mayor Bibb again. The guy
Mayor Bibb makes some good points. I mean,
really?
Look at his stance on if we don't keep the stadium here in Cleveland, not a big deal. Not going to hurt Cleveland at all.
While all that is going on too, he was talking about parking meters and how now you can't put change in the parking meter anymore. Now you got to use your credit card. We're stepping into the future in Cleveland.
Great.
But they continue to vote this idiot in. And Mayor Jackson, they voted that guy 400 times.
Yeah, I saw that video of him struggling to lift the sledgehammer to hit the thing with.
The sledgehammer is bigger than him.
Yeah, he is a little runt, that's for sure.
The only thing that wasn't bigger than that sledgehammer is his giant fucking melon on top of his shoulders.
Whack-a-mole style.
So I mean, these Democrats, even Ohio, that's basically a red state.
Right.
They got to go, man. I mean, Sherrod Brown's got to go. I mean, I don't care. These stupid ads are misleading about Bernie Moreno, and Bernie Moreno is a nice guy. And you know what? He's a legal immigrant that came here with his family legally and has made a very good living.
Sure.
And now has quit a very good living to run for office, which could be a shitty living.
Who's got better hair, Sherrod Brown or the Elk and Elk guy?
I like the Elk and Elk guy, so I'm going to go with him.
I like him, but that hair. What's
so
that
one
about?
day, I'll tell you a quick story. One day,
please.
Trev and I were sitting there, and it was really cold outside. It was before the show started. And they canceled the Indians game because of cold.
Okay.
Kind of like these morons who canceled school the other day because it's too hot outside.
Well,
yeah. How country do we live in? We got to cancel school because it's too hot out. But it was too cold for the Indians to play, they said. Not snowing, not raining, too cold. And so I was, talking shit to Trev before the show, and I was like, dude, these guys are a bunch of pussies. And so he said, fine, you'll sit outside for the entire show. For the next 4 hours, you're going to sit outside in a chair in the parking lot and just sit there.
Okay.
I was like, oh man, because it was really cold. And so I wheeled it like a little office chair out to the fucking middle of the parking lot, and I was sitting there like a dumbass. But all these people all of a sudden started coming out.
Right.
People started bringing me pizzas
Hot
and
chocolate and stuff.
clothes, and one guy brought me a bottle of a Jack, and we sat there doing shots until the cops came and told us we couldn't drink in the parking lot. But then one guy actually brought me a stripper, and she came out and didn't give me a lap dance. But the guy from Elk and Elk with the hair, great guy, came out and gave me like $20.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sitting there like, okay, I don't know how I ended up being poor and cold, but I raised for myself $180 sitting in that parking lot, and also got dinner because I had like 3 pizzas, a bottle of Jack, and some pop. I was good to go for like a week.
Well, again, I'm not trying to say the Elk and Elk guy is an asshole or anything.
Oh, I know.
It's just like all I'm saying to that guy is there not a Great Cuts near you?
Yeah, but yeah,
because that dude's hair. When they showed last year, when they had the video, the commercial of him and his brother throwing the football to each other, and they just show, and it just looks like a board kicked out of a picket fence. That's what it looks like on his head. He's got like hair, and then he's got one big cut that's not there. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Buy a different tube. What are you doing?
Well, I still think that Cher Brown's hair is is worse than that.
Well, Cher Brown's hair is attached to much worse than that.
Well, it looks like Cher Brown was walking through like a row of vacuum cleaners that were standing above his head and just sucking it up into the sky and swirling it around. I mean, he looks like an asshole.
He looks like he walked through the last 30 seconds of a car wash.
Yeah, with the dryer just going on his face.
Too funny. All right, what do you want to do here?
I'm reading some of these texts. People are arguing about the Browns. Browns won't win 10 if that moron Watson plays.
Okay. I hope they win 8. Because I want to see you two assholes eating crickets.
They're going to win 4 games this year. That's it.
I want to see at least 5, not 11.
So one thing I do want to bring up, and I'd like to start doing on a regular basis, because Bob has given me permission to do this, and actually wants me to do it. So Bob France, I do the show every morning with Bob, him and his producer.
Okay.
14:20 a.m., 9 to noon, Monday through Friday. Listen to the show. But he has given me permission to now. He does this thing that I really enjoy. It's called Bob France Road Rants.
Okay.
So what they are, just a few minutes of him turning on his camera in his truck while he's driving and ranting about politics.
Okay.
I find them entertaining and fun and informative for people like Matthew. And so he said, hey, you can start playing my Road Rant stuff on your show if you want.
All right.
I would like to start doing that as a segment throughout the week.
Sure.
Where we just play these rants. I think there's one on Facebook now.
On Bob's Facebook?
Yeah, I think it's Strictly Speaking. Look up Strictly Speaking.
Why don't you start some from your car? Seth Sayings.
I could do that, but that would be ripping them off. But I was thinking the other day, I thought about Seth Soup Sayings. Like I could sit down with a bowl of soup and start ranting about stuff. I was thinking of something more different to do it, or something different other than my car.
Ranting on one leg with Seth.
I thought about that too. What about just putting my leg up and the ranting leg, and have the leg be the thing that's
1 foot on the ground. Seth speaks. All right, here's Strictly Speaking. Here's a road rant. I don't know what it's about, but I'll put it up here. Presents.
It's just whatever he's thinking when he's driving around.
So I took a call on the radio this morning from a guy who said, hey, Bob, I got a problem with my company. Can you help? I said, what's up? He said, I don't know. He said, I'm a really good, profitable company for the last 3-4 years, but things are falling apart. He said, I'm losing money hand over fist, losing clients, losing customers, losing market share. I don't know what to do. I said, it sounds like you need to surround yourself with some people who know what's going on. you need a better team. He said, no, you understand. He said, I got a great team. He said, in fact, my top assistant, executive vice president of the company, says she knows exactly what to do. She knows how to return her profitability. She knows about marketing. She knows how to do all of it. I said, okay. I said, so what's the problem? Why don't you just follow what she says? He said, well, that's the thing. She won't tell me. She said she's not implementing anything until she has my job, until she's the CEO. I said, well, that's terrible. What does she do all day? He said she runs around the office preaching about joy and vibes and shit. I said, I see. I said, well, here's what you need to do. You want to fix your company? Step one, fire that bitch.
That's a good point.
Now, this was a road rant where he was actually biking this time.
Yes.
He was actually, he does like bike rides for like miles. And so he was biking.
Him and Greg Mack hanging out.
So it's road rants, but yeah, so I mean, I like those things. They're quick, they're good. And so, you know, he gave me permission to start using them, so I'm going to. Plus,
Hell
they help
yeah, why not?
promote, strictly speaking, Facebook, Instagram, X, all that stuff.
All right. Well, when we get done with this portion of the show, the 5:30 to 6 today, we will be promoting Bob's other show, or at least the channel that Bob's other show is on.
Oh, yes.
Because I have quite the segment for the bonus content from True Blue.
Well, they're starting to film his new show this weekend.
Yeah, I
this
saw.
Friday.
I saw this photo here. I saw he's dressed and ready for combat.
Yeah, I think people are going to like this show, dude. Cops Under Fire.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait to tell you what the premise is until, you know, but unless he did already. I don't know if he did or not, but.
Well, that's what he put up there, so.
Yeah, you got to wait, but it's going to be a hell of a show. Oh, I guess I might as well do a quick plug since we have some people listening.
Yeah.
For tomorrow, because I worked hard on this. Tomorrow's show, John Drake, you'll get a kick because, you know, it's one of your favorites. Tomorrow's show, 11:30 a.m. And hopefully we'll have him for a full half hour, uninterrupted. Hulk Hogan will be joining Bob France tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. until noon on 1420 WHK, The Answer.
Maybe he could give the Elk and Elk guy some hair tips.
He's got great hair. For being 71, the guy's got great hair.
He does not have great hair.
He has great hair.
He has awful hair.
Yes,
Always did.
He's always had fantastic hair, and those golden locks will be speaking on
Golden
radio.
locks. That awful skullet.
Dude, that guy could still kick your ass. Have you seen the kind of shape that guy's in?
I'm not saying he couldn't. I'm just saying that he has bad hair. He couldn't kick my ass in a barber shop.
The best wrestler to ever enter the ring. The greatest theme song to ever
Stone Cold's going to be on?
The best theme song to ever be played before a wrestler enters the ring. Hulk Hogan will join the show on 1420 at 11:30 tomorrow morning, so listen to that.
That's a damn good question, John. Will Bob be asking him this?
Okay, do you know the story there, real John Drake? Apparently you don't, you dumbass. It was one of the beer girls that was there that threw a can of beer out of the crowd for somebody to catch it, and somebody got clocked in the head. It was not Hulk. Hulk Hogan did not wind up and start pitching beers out of the crowd, you fool. 10 wins, my ass, John. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Let me tell you something, middle-aged lady. Drink this beer. Boop.
That's not what happened. So if you want to, make up stories, that's fine.
Did he do a leg drop on the cannon that squirted out and hit that lady in the crowd? Is that what happened?
Well, I just got a woman who was with the company or a beer girl threw it out and hit somebody accidentally. And, she is fine, though, from what I understand.
Yeah, just needed some stitches, but she's all right. Who hasn't had stitches? Who hasn't been in a room with the Hulkster and gotten stitches before?
Republican policy expert Hulk Hogan. Yes, you realize Hulk Hogan has more policy to talk about than the person running for office for you than Kamala Harris does? All right, that bitch is... I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that bitch. She's running for president. That's kind of disrespectful, so I apologize there. That woman running for the president of the United States is going to sit down for her first interview in like 40 days. So she's been announced. And, of course, she's doing it on CNN. It's going to be
Fair.
pre-taped.
Good.
And she's doing it with the running mate because she's too fucking chicken shit to do it on her own because she's too stupid to actually answer the questions properly.
See, you say it like that. I say it. She's doing it pre-recorded to make sure it's concise. So she gets exactly what she wants out there. I don't know why you can't see it this way, Seth. You're just leaning the wrong way. Vote blue.
That's her Secretary of State. That's whoever it is. That's the guy who's going to be in charge of Homeland Security. Is that dude?
Who? Booty
The
judge?
dude, the vote blue guy.
Vote blue.
He's in charge of the DOJ when she gets in office.
That one's going to be the new health minister.
Yes.
The health czar.
That guy will be teaching us how to wear masks.
I knew you'd like that guy.
So she's going to go ahead and do her first interview taped with her running mate, and it's going to play on CNN at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. I shouldn't even promote that. That's a bunch of bullshit. That's going to be the worst and stupidest thing you've ever seen.
First of all, no one's going to see it.
Well, that's the good part.
The only thing you're going to see is clips on X and on TikTok.
But see,
no one's going to watch it on CNN.
I mean, I'm hoping that CNN keeps it for themselves because and doesn't like try to push it out to a whole bunch of things. Like like MTV does this thing now where they have like the Video Music Awards or whatever music awards, and they push it out to like 13 different fucking channels. You see it on BET, you see it on Nickelodeon. Hell, you'll see it like on the Weather Channel. Every wacko station that they have, they're going to put on. Did you see what they're doing with those MTV Music Awards? I know I'm bouncing around, but you see what they're doing?
No.
They're putting the MTV Music Awards on September 11th.
Seems fair.
Now, what dumbass was sitting there going, this is a good idea. We're on September 11th. Instead of honoring the people that died on September 11th, we're going to run MTV Music Awards with the most disrespectful, dumb bastards ever. And they're going to run those on the night of September 11th.
You're not going to think, think sorrow and pride when you're watching Sexy Red go to Pound Town?
I don't think I'm going to, and I think that I'm going to boycott the shit out of watching 5 minutes of that garbage because
maybe the Sexy Red is the blood from the passengers.
I don't, dude. How do you disrespect people like that? I mean, seriously, you couldn't do it on September 10th, September 12th. You couldn't have done it like a week later. These dumb bastards on MTV are going to do it on September 11th.
Well, I'm looking forward to the Oscar Awards on Chris Watts' birthday.
You what?
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm not sure I heard you right.
You could get the Emmys on the anniversary of Ted Bundy's birthday or something.
Like John and I agree on something.
I think it's a fine day. Can't just shut that day down. Not when there's new awards to be given out for 2 Chainz or whatever. Sexy Red.
Look, I mean, I haven't really cared about the MTV Music Awards in about, 30 years. But I can't wrap my head around the disrespect that it would take to do something like that.
Dude,
I mean, do you disagree or no?
Well, here.
Like, seriously, be serious.
Seriously, I mean, is it good business? No, it's terrible business. That being said, if MTV for the last 5 years nonstop had been doing nothing but showing the trade centers getting hit and knocked down, would you even know? No one watches it anymore.
I do. I watch.
You watch the MTV Music Awards.
Oh no, I don't watch that. No,
or MTV.
No.
That's what I'm saying. MTV could be showing murders 24/7 and we would never know.
But my point is that they, are advertising the shit out of it, and they're advertising on all these different stations that they're going to air it on.
No one cares.
I don't think people care, but I think that they're promoting it on all these different channels and playing it on all these different channels that it'll be something. But
the truth is yeah.
It didn't. I honestly, I didn't hear what you said. I mean, that's just being honest.
It was just a joke. It was just a forget. I'm not going to retell jokes. I'm not doing that. I'm not that hack of a comedian. Let me tell it again because you didn't get it the first time.
Chris Watson, Real American, go fuck yourself.
I agree with Brian there.
Dude.
That nag didn't have dinner on the table. He took care of business.
Man, that's so terrible of you.
And he didn't have time to dig a hole, so he just dropped them in the oil cans.
Just like they ignored the poor bastards this week that died in Afghanistan, which absolutely.
Well, that's the democratic way.
It is.
And which way does MTV lean? Exactly.
You just had Trump go lay a wreath in Arlington. Mm-hmm. And you had fucking dumbass Biden, who, by the way, is still president. And
no, he's not. He's retired.
Forgot, but he's on another vacation.
Well, yeah, he's been working hard.
The gay black press secretary hasn't said a damn thing since Kamala decided she's going to run. I don't know what the hell is going on in this government. I don't know who's running the government.
Well, dude, clearly somebody is.
I guess. Maybe that's proof that we don't really need a president. We can just all sit here and do our thing because we're running without a leader currently.
Your mistake, Seth. Come on. We have a leader. We definitely have a leader. I think you're talking out your ass here. Here's
what leader?
Right here.
Who is voting red this year? Red is not the color to be voting for.
Leading.
Vote blue. If not, you will have a case with me.
See? Leadership.
And I will win because the Democrats are good at winning. We are going to win in November.
Are you feeling the leadership?
So vote blue. Vote blue. Any color but red, vote blue.
Leadership.
Anybody who votes red will be getting sued.
Yeah.
Is that understood? I'm telling you right now, do not vote red.
Yeah.
Vote blue. Kamala Harris will be your next president. That is right. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you this hard.
See?
But she will be your next president. Bye.
You're right. He is actually running he might be smarter than Biden, so I'll give him that.
It's leadership.
Guarantee that account is parody. That's just not accurate. He shouldn't have made Trump shouldn't have made a deal with the Taliban. Are you stupid? Biden is the one that got out of there like a fool. The way that he did it was like a fool. And you know this, and he's got blood on his hands. Matthew says, Trump killed 1 million people because of his mishandling of COVID. Yeah, you're right. Trump created the disease. That's what it was. Not Dr. Fauci. No, I'm sorry. It was a pangolin in the middle of China somewhere.
Is that the group Matthew's in? White dudes for Harris.
And look, I will absolutely talk shit about Trump when it comes to COVID and the vaccine.
Me too.
That vaccine was a bunch of garbage, and Trump pushed it to begin with. I will also say that Biden is the one that started firing people in the military, cost people their businesses, and for what? A vaccine that didn't work, didn't do anything. It was a bunch of garbage.
Glad I didn't
told people to wear masks that don't work. I guarantee you Matthew was one of those vaccine mask wearer guys.
Still wearing it in the car?
Probably still wearing it, Matthew. Do you wear it when you exercise, Matthew? Don't forget, you can come on the show anytime and talk.
Yeah, we live in just a fucking disaster of a nation these days. But vote blue. Natalie might be right there.
Maybe. Then why? Okay, can you tell me why Kamala and Biden and everybody and all the Democrats are saying that the economy is great, everything is fine, and now she's running on a platform, I am going to fix all these problems.
I'll fix it all day one.
They said the border was fine. They said the economy is fine, yet she's running on I'm going to fix the border. I'm going to fix the economy.
How about you don't wait? How about you don't wait those 68 days or whatever, those 90 days? How about you get started today?
I thought everything was great, though. Everything was fantastic, but they got to fix the problem. She doesn't like Trump, yet she likes every one of his policies.
Well, if there's some minor things that are wrong, she'll correct them, Seth. You know, like 20 million people coming through the border or whatever.
She said she was against fracking. Now she's for fracking. She said everything is against.
Can you think of a better? Can you think of a better policy? Just take Trump's and adopt it, and keep it so that it's just Trump's a bad guy and I'm not. Just adopt all of his policies. She's not going to honor anything she says anyway. She's a lying twat. Who cares what she says? She's a lying cunt. So fucking ignore her. Ignore her. Throw your Trump vote.
Which one is Matthew? I don't know what that means. Oh, you're watching on Rumble. Matthew's watching on Facebook. Habu. I didn't say that. I said that she wanted to build a wall. I said that she wanted to get rid of taxes on tips. There you go. We have a picture of Matthew currently going down the road. Kidding, Matthew.
Or are
You're
we?
the only one who disagrees in here, Matthew. I got to pick on you a little bit. Maybe she did. We have Tony Massaggio coming up here in just a few minutes, supposedly.
Is that the Kamala bus? Riding down the street?
Yes.
If
she gets elected, it'll feel like we're all standing in front of that thing.
Yeah. Well, it would be the Kamala bus if she was in front of it with her mouth open.
Is it electric? That's my question.
It must be. Oh, no, look, there's gasoline. This can't be.
Oh, so this can't be.
This must be the Republican one.
Matthew says, accurate size.
For his asshole.
If that's the case, man, Matthew, good for you. I have a new respect for you.
Yeah. This show's off the rails today.
It has been. It has been a little bit out there.
It's gotten a little silly today, but
I like that.
That's fine. Whatever. I mean, we cannot be sitting around for the next fucking 70 days going, oh my God, the world's gonna end. Life is over. This election, it's everything. We gotta loosen up.
That's what I said to you today earlier. I was like, I don't even want to talk politics. I'm so fucking annoyed with politics at this point.
I know.
It just bothers the hell out of me.
It
is a picture of some Sports Illustrated person. I don't know if it was a guy or a girl.
Right.
Oh, is it? Do you know? Did you?
What is it?
I couldn't figure out whether it was a guy or a girl. Wasn't it? Email I sent you. Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Let me find that. Let me find Seth.
Because I couldn't tell from the article, but they were giving her props for.
Wasn't the one today, was it?
Yeah. I think it might be a girl. Maybe she's just thick and stuff.
The Hamas one? Freed
No.
Hamas hostage?
No, there's links there that may not have a picture to it.
Yahoos. These are all Yahoos. Sigourney Weaver in tears. Local schools. Released Hamas hostage. Kamala steals another idea. Iona
That's
Mather?
it. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, my.
Is that a guy or a girl?
That's Bruce Jenner's brother.
I couldn't tell. And then I was strangely attracted, so I don't know whether...
Oh, really?
Now I don't know if I'm gay. I don't know if it's a guy or not.
I have a pretty good indicator of if you're gay or not if you thought this was attractive.
Do you think it's a dude?
Yes.
Does the article say it's a dude?
I don't care what the article says. That's a dude.
Okay. If the article it doesn't say it's a dude, then it's not a dude.
Leah Thomas says that's manly.
But I can't decide if it's a guy. I think it's a girl who's just got a muscular.
That is not China
figure.
2. That is not.
You got to read the article. I think that's a girl.
It's Nicole Ass. Ugh.
All right, if that's a girl, you couldn't be strangely attracted to that?
No. Anytime their face looks like it was shaped in a brick maker, no.
But
old girl got a
she's
very
just an ass kicker. Like she's got, like muscular.
Old
body.
girl got a face the shape of a fucking square. Oh, Rubik's Cube head.
All right,
An
I'm-
Olympic rugby player.
that's what I'm saying. So I think it's a girl though,
Yeah, it might be.
because I didn't hear about any other men being in women's or being in women's Olympic sports other than boxing.
Dude, why do I think that when that bottom comes off, something else springs up?
I don't think so. I think okay. Look, I'm apparently on the losing end of this article or this.
That's Mike Obama's counterpart.
Maybe I'm just that
Horny?
yeah that I would go. All right, I would do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking. I'll put this picture up instead. It does not appear to have a dick. But that doesn't really mean much, does it? Does that really mean? I mean, it seems to be flattened out in the right spot, but that's a flatso, though.
Let's see a doctor. So
She can't be that thick without any tits. That's just not good.
they're muscular. She's got muscular top. I think she works out a lot.
She's certainly not drinking enough milk.
So I was staring at this picture and I didn't read the whole article. I should have, but that's what I wanted to talk about. You think it's a dude? I don't think it's a dude. I think it's a real woman.
Yeah, I think it's a chick, but
And I was sitting there debating in my own mind, like, am I attracted or not? Look, when you're a guy like me, you're not going to be very picky.
let's see what the comments look like on this. I'm sure they're friendly.
I'm sure they're great. I'm sure everybody's super duper nice.
I'm sure they're all nice. And they actually are kind of nice.
Well, you know what? I started to think when look, it's people like us that are going to leave shitty comments. But
Yeah.
now the world that we live in, you can't body shame people.
That
So
is
even
one
if they were
strong-looking
shitty,
woman. Yeah.
Sports Illustrated is going to go ahead and get rid of them.
Yeah, they might just be, because these are all positive. There's not one in here that says, call me ma'am. There's not one comment like that in here. So, yeah, they must be cleaning these up. Because there's nothing in here saying that that's a dude. And that definitely looks like a dude.
Natalie says had it removed. I don't think so. I don't think this is a trans. I think this is a legitimate woman.
Yeah, it might be. You can have her, Seth.
Well, look, I'm not obviously going to get her. I just said that I'm strangely. Look, that picture's not bad.
Yeah, right.
You're not buying it.
She's a supermarket 4.
Okay, I mean, how picky are you?
Oh, I'd still hit it. If there's a pussy, I'll hit it. I don't care. I'm a big fat tub of shit myself. Who am I to be picky? As long as it's legal, I'm there.
Tony, while you're staring at us, just stare at that picture and tell me if, go to the top picture. Maybe you can see it in the top picture.
This one? That's the top.
The other one that you had up.
Hold on. You can bring Tony in if you want.
Hang on, Tony.
Good.
There you are, Tony. Look at that picture, Tony.
That's beautiful. Guess what? When you're married, when you've been married, I don't have my glasses on, but when you're married for 30 years, you'll take anything. Just cut off the head.
I got a feeling
Where you at, Tony?
you might be cutting in 2 places on this one.
Hey, God
Welcome to the
bless
show, Tony. Where are you?
I am actually here live at Alley Cat. I'm just happy to be heterosexual and looking at that picture. That's all I got to tell you, gentlemen. Because what's going on in this world, it doesn't matter what you have, what plumbing you have, you're looking at something else.
That is true.
Isn't it sad? You know,
It is.
And I had a question to someone who's a friend of mine who's gay, beautiful, gorgeous girl. I mean, it's like, oh, please just convert one day and call me. And you know what? It's like I had asked her, and again, she's new. She was.
Oh, Tony, come on now. I haven't had this problem in forever. Oh, there he is.
All right, sorry, someone called in. So anyway, she's been gay obviously since, she was a child looking at girls. And it was never, and again, that it was just never accepted when we were going to school, obviously.
Sure.
But was it as prevalent then as it is today? Or is it just open now where people are holding hands? Obviously, women love women more, which is nothing wrong with me saying that, but it's a great question, isn't it?
I'll offer a thought, and you guys could tell me that I'm crazy, but it's what I honestly think. I think now that it's less, back when we were kids, if you said you were gay, it came with a punch in the face. I mean, that was just the way it was. Now we're in such a place that it's accepted enough. The guys get together or women get together and have a few drinks, and next thing you know, this is lead to that. And they're not as ashamed of it as they were. Like, you just weren't doing that as when we were kids. It was, you didn't say Ray because it sounded close. It's just more accepted now.
I'll offer this though. Look, especially when it comes to like the trans thing that's going on now, I don't care who you love, and that doesn't bother me. My problem is that I think a lot of people make it more like a fad now. Now it's accepted, so now everybody wants to do it. And I think that's different than actually falling in love with somebody and caring about somebody and that kind of thing.
And you know what? And in college, I think that is true now. Because now girls are just, they're getting, like you had said, couple cocktails, they're kissing, they're in bed, obviously orgies and threesomes, and God bless them. I want to go back to school. But my whole point of this is, and again, I think, now you have girls that are 13, 14 years old. They're they're having breasts larger than ever before. And it's all in the food. Could that be also in their, could something be happening to them mentally that's changing them sexuality where they're having it younger and younger?
Yeah.
It could be. I mean, absolutely it could be.
I gotta wonder what they're thinking as you're talking to the phone, Tony.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's so funny. I love it. Isn't it wonderful? I'm glad now they're coming out onto the patio.
Sir, come with us, please.
We better make it clean now that I'm at it.
Yeah.
I'm here live at Alley Cats in the Flats, where it was the old DePues and Fagans many years ago. So, Seth, down the street here used to be Hooters, where you worked at.
Yeah.
And this, Chris, do you remember this when it was the Flat? Oh, my God. So, again, you're that era. There were 100, for those who are listening and viewing in, there were literally over 100,000 people that walked down this street on a Friday and Saturday night. And the demise of it was security. I mean, there were no cops. There were cars, but everybody was good. I mean, there were, obviously there were minimal fights, and they were open till 2:30 in the morning. And it was when we hung around longer than that because you had restaurants that were opened up. You went to, the best steakhouses, and the Euro stands were out here, and you got home at 4 o'clock in the morning. And in 1986, I had a boat, which was at, slips my mind what the slip was called. But I would go there then after hours and jump on my boat. And this place, it was happening. So with that being said, last Sunday they just revised the River Fest, which was an unbelievable parade years ago, which hundreds of boats actually would go down this river. And now they did a Collision Bend, which is one of the sponsors on my radio show, sponsored it. And now they turned it into a benefit. There were probably a handful of boats. I saw it on the news, and I knew that was happening before it was actually even publicized. But it's going to happen again, and it's nice. I mean, Cleveland is going to be alive once again.
It would be nice to get the Flats pumping again because, I used to live down there, Tony. Not, every Friday, every Saturday, I was at the Odeon or at that time, Nautica or the Powerhouse or some combination of all of them. Go to Shooters for a Night Ranger concert and then walk across the street to the circus and catch some girls and then, get a gyro on your way out. I mean, it was fun. And There's nothing like that now. I guess maybe that little strip over there by Hilarities over on East 4th. But that's even that. It's so dangerous over there that you don't really want to be over there.
And it's interesting you say that. And again, it's, you don't see any bars and restaurants that are open to that where they can stay open at 2:30. And you know this too, Seth. When you were at Hooters, you were throwing people out at 2:30 in the morning. You were kicking their ass out of the bar. Last call. I heard that line many times. I was there.
Yes. Oh yeah, it was a party, man. I'll tell you. There wasn't one bar that wasn't packed. I mean, every bar, even the crappy bars, were packed with people. I mean, it was just a place to hang out and have a good time.
So, and again, I'm going to talk about this right now because Tony George was a large part of the Flats. He owned a piece of the action of a lot of these restaurants, and now he owns a lot of property actually still in this area. And his real estate industry has gotten huge. Obviously, his son, which we hear in the news, has taken this over. And he even was on the air, I think it was on the air with Triv, talking about the demise of the Flats because there was no security then. And think about how much money these guys made. Seth, and you'll attest to this. There was no MasterCard. There was no Visa. Nobody had an American Express. We had Jacksons, Washingtons, Grant, and Benjamins. And very few Benjamins because I was broke until I started selling pot.
Tony, do you think that with the way that the world is now, where people just don't like to go out, do you think that there would be a way to get people back out? I mean, other than making it safe. I mean,
yeah. Well, you know what? I got to tell you, though, Chris, it's happening in Chicago. It's happening in Philadelphia. It's happening in New York City. Those places are still, people are traveling there. You have businessmen. Again, I think it all comes down to security. So there are incidents that are happening. And again, I got carjacked probably about 15 years ago on Cedar Road. Okay. And it wasn't publicized. It was a little incident.
Sure.
But just think of those that are not publicized and the ones that are publicized, which obviously is a worse crime. Someone gets murdered or what have you. So with that being said, you know what? I think people are scared. You know what I mean? Once you start hearing stuff on the news and, you see a shooting in West 6th, by Agave Rye, which they just convicted that guy that did that shooting. But you know what? Also, people forget. Just like this whole thing with Bobby George. This guy's going to be convicted. He may do 6 months a year. He may do a year. And I am talking about this publicly because it's going to happen. They're going to make this a statement on this kid. And I won't even go where he was. I mean, I did a lot of business with those guys, and they were not the easiest. Let me just put it that way. And I'm going to leave it like that because I want to still be alive next week.
Right.
So, but again, I think it's all based on security, and and Cleveland's got to step up to that. They got to get more people on the force, and they got to get more presence. They got to get bikes out here. They got to get the cops walking on the beats, and I think it'll work.
Yeah, and it is such a big deal, man. I mean, I know I'm not afraid of anything. I'm really not. And the first time ever, last November, I was at a comedy show, and I came out of Hilarities, and I was parked in the parking garage right across the street from the House of Blues there. So, what is that? 1,000 feet maybe from Hilarities. It's not far. And I walked into that parking garage, and if you've ever been there, it has like a long walkway before you get to the elevators to go upstairs. And 3 dudes came in that just looked shady as hell behind me, and it's the first time I ever was like, this might be it, you know, because there was no security. There was, if they decided to roll me or to shoot me or whatever, there was no help anywhere. There was no one in the building. There was no one at all. It was really the first time I've ever felt actually nervous being down there.
And Tony, that's why when I see those stories on the news, now having one leg, I'm very vulnerable when I go downtown to that kind of thing. And I don't want to get my ass kicked when I'm walking around with 8 legs. You're going to pick on me for that. And, it's funny, but it's scary.
Yeah, and guess what? And I got 2 legs and I can run fast. I was on track, and I'm still scared. But you know what? And with your point, though, Chris, it's like I have not only my margarita business, but I have a slush company that we sell in the hood. So I have a guy who delivers for me, and I still go down and do deliveries in these Arabic, little convenience stores. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting that you say that because years ago I was not. Now I'm looking around. I wasn't even apprehensive. Yeah. I mean, I'd walk in, and it was part of my livelihood to come down here. I mean, I wasn't scared at all. So, and I think I told this story before when I first started my frozen beverage, my slush business in the hood. I had that product which was "Who's Your Daddy," and I put it on a wheelie, and I'd run into the freaking store and I'd yell, "Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?" I can't do that today.
No.
But again, I think hopefully it changes. You know what? And here's the reason why is because people need people. These businesses need people coming down here to make their livelihood. When you start, just like when we went through the pandemic, you stop having people patronize your stores, your restaurants, and there's problems down there. Mayor Bibb's going to have a real issue, and he already is. And you need more cops. And I don't, what do you, $60,000, $70,000? You're going to have to pay them more. You got to do something. I don't know what the answer is. I wish I did. Otherwise, I'd be the mayor.
Well, the answer is twofold. One, you pay them better, and 2, you don't arrest them when they do their job.
Yeah, that's a great point. And, and you got to be a little bit more strict. And I think, and the unfortunate part is when things do happen in this country, it's the defense lawyer who's making the most amount of money and able to get these people out with money, which is a shame. So, and I can say that because I was in that position. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, and in the old days, Tony, and you know this because you've had your brushes and I've had my brushes with the law too. Every once in a while, like I've told this story numerous times, I got tuned up pretty good for a fight I got in at Filthy McNasty's down in Kent. And I punched
that place, by the way.
I loved it too. I loved it. I punched a cop. I knocked a tooth out of a cop's mouth.
Wow.
They handcuffed me and beat me to almost to death over the hood of their car. And in today's world, I would have owned Kent. But in that world, I didn't even bother, I went into court 2 days later, my face swollen shut and I couldn't stretch my arms from them beating me with the batons. And I pled guilty. I was like, yeah, guilty. I did it. Tell me what I got to do to fix my man's teeth and I'll stay out of Kent for a couple of years. And that was it. Now, well, I guess now because I'm a white guy, it wouldn't have been an issue. But if that happened to somebody downtown, you would see marches and burning cities and stuff. It's crazy.
Well, and you know what? To that point too, Chris, there was also no cameras. There were no phones. There were no cameras. When I was at the Coliseum at its heyday, I snuck into a Fleetwood Mac concert, and I was the king of sneaking in concerts. I was the one who ran over the turnstile, ran through there, and opened up exit doors and had my friends coming in through the Coliseum. Well, this particular night, I got caught. I was running around that whole Coliseum, and the cops just cornered me. They didn't have handcuffs. They used tie straps.
Sure.
They tied. Oh, my God. I'm like, 20-some years old. It's like the circulation was coming out of my arms, but they didn't care. It was in the freaking middle of the winter, too. They kicked my ass out. I wasn't driving that day. I'm freezing outside. So guess what? I snuck back in.
Too good.
Well, it looks like you have a nice day on the patio there, Tone.
I had a great day today. So this morning I was actually at a golf outing, and then I went to Walden, took a little bit of swim, and now I'm at Alley Cat enjoying a margarita. I'm going to meet my accountant, and I invited a few listeners from my radio station, and I'm going to buy them dinner. How cool is that, right?
It's nice.
That's how I bribe them to listen to me, I say.
Well, we appreciate your time, Tone.
Before I leave, this guy's driving down the highways in his Corvette. He's doing about 100 miles an hour. Then he's doing like 120 miles an hour, 140 miles an hour. He passes this cop. The cop puts on his siren. He starts chasing him. He pulls over, and the cop comes to his car. He says to the guy, he says, listen, I don't even know how fast you are going, but I have only 10 minutes left on my shift. I am picking my wife up, and we're going on vacation this weekend. He said, give me one great reason, and give me a story that I've never heard before, and I am going to let you get away with this ticket. So the guy looks at the cop and says, you know what? So many years ago, my wife left with a cop, and I never seen her for many years. I wasn't even able to divorce her, so I thought that you were bringing her back. Tony Masaccio for the Seth Williams and Chris Aikens show. Everybody knows Tony. You can tune me in every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on Flashpoint 1490 WERE. I'm off this Saturday due to the holiday, but tune us in.
Thanks.
Guys, we'll talk to you next Wednesday. Have a great evening.
All right, you too,
Bye-bye.
Tony.
It's true. Well,
There goes Tony.
Matthew, before we get out of here, I went on a date a few weeks ago. Cocktails, French fries, after tip $50 is why I don't go out. So true, man. It is
Stop
very
dating
true.
those bigger guys, Matthew. Jesus.
Come on. But yeah, it's way expensive. Everything's way expensive.
It
That's
is.
why
It's
you should
crazy.
be voting for Trump, Matthew. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for listening tonight. We do appreciate it. God willing, you'll join us on Minds
Yes.
in about 3 minutes.
And if not, you'll join us in a week.
If not, yeah, we're off on Monday. We will talk to you next Wednesday. So have a great rest of your week and a good weekend. Enjoy the holiday, and God willing, we'll talk to you later, my friends.
See ya.
See ya.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Trip, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Hates LeBron James, won't wear that crown. Prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.